When Grand Dress hits, if you're a new director, there's always this sense of, I have one more rehearsal to fix things. As you get further into your directing career, you start to realize Grand Dress is what the show is going to look like. So really, right now, there's a lot of peace. There's a lot of excitement for the kids because this Grand Dress was one of the best ones we've had at Cumberland. And I'm very proud of what they're putting together. I'm always the proudest of, and I know this is the sort of the catch-all answer, but my biggest thing is that at one point the show becomes the kids' show. They take ownership of it. It becomes their thing. And when that happens, you're just like, yeah, they get it. And it hopefully is something that plants a seed and that starts to grow after that. We have a junior with us right now, Maddox, who is absolutely always digging one layer deeper. He never fails to surprise me with a layer of depth. He never fails to surprise me with a new way of interpreting a line. And the cool thing is that he's so passionate about this that I don't have to ask him to do it. There's very little coaching other than fine-tuning that I really have to do with him, and that's special. It's an exciting thing. Doing an adaptation is an art in editing. You're really having to figure out what of the story is palatable to a modern audience and still holding true to the poetry behind the work. That was the hardest part. My undergrad was in English literature. So there was this battle between having to really edit the language and make sure that it was something that our audiences could understand, but also really wanting to make sure that the Greek poetry comes through as well. That was tough. That was really tough. But I think we found a good spot for it. So I'm proud. When we have guests join us for a performance, a lot of times they're friends and family. And I hope mostly that they'll leave with an immense amount of pride in their student. The amount of dedication that it takes to mount something like this is immense, and they also have to maintain high academic standards to be a part of that. So what I really want them to come away with is pride, but also because of the story itself, I hope that they'll value fighting for their beliefs and believing strongly enough to sacrifice in those beliefs. That's a big message of this story, and I hope they'll walk away with that. This cast has been one of the youngest that we have had. It has been one of the most fluctuating casts that we've had. We've had a lot of people need to step in last minute, take over some lines. We've had a lot of late exits from the show for a variety of reasons. I value so much this cast's dedication and flexibility. They are willing to pick up a line. They're willing to do a little bit more memorization work. They're willing to stay late, help paint. I mean, they put their hearts in this one. And not to say that my other casts haven't, but it has been uniquely true, and more so with this cast than any of the others. So yeah, it's been a wild ride, and they've weathered all the storms. It's been good.